Disability is so limited to the idea of people not being able to do anything, and I do everything. This is my birthday weekend.
She's paving the way, breaking down boundaries, getting into modeling.
I'm just a Black woman in a wheelchair who happens to be trans.
I would like to see everyone fill up in her chair on a runway this year.
I don't want to limit myself to anything. This is such a revolutionary moment. My dad learned how to do edges better than me.
No laughing, I can't laugh.
I was born in Antigua and Barbuda. I immigrated to the States with my family when I was 3 years old in search of medical attention. I needed to move here because of my CP. I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at birth. It's a neurophysical condition that affects my motor skills and the way I'm able to generally move. It kind of affects my speech and movement, and my brain is totally unaffected by it. I remember growing up with a sense of feeling alienated at times from other people, being that my disability was so stigmatized that people didn't want to even hang out with me. So disgusting, the ableism that I faced even at such a young age. I came into modeling because I realized how much lack of visibility there is for people in wheelchairs and people who are trans and Black. Why is existence so radical? Why can't I just exist and be beautiful and be gorgeous? I want me to be seen as a woman that people want. Watch me finesse. Watch the drip. I'm about to get into this car. It has wheelchair access. It has a ramp. I figured that after explaining that because not a lot of cars have wheelchair access in the first place. And then we go like this. Now we are about to head to my high school, and we're gonna explore my upbringings and what made me the way I am today. A lot of things even within school were not made for me. So it was hard navigating a space where you felt like you didn't necessarily even belong. My first year of high school was hell. I literally came, I didn't know anyone here. It's like I didn't know what to do with myself. I was struggling with my identity. But then junior year happened, and I started my modeling career the summer of junior year, and I started like truly becoming into my own. I was a nobody at one point. Like no one wanted to know who I was and no one knew who I was. And I stayed like that for a long time. When I was younger, I used to struggle with it where it was like, oh, I can't play with people, and that was really tough. But as I got older, it was just like, I'm content, I'm my own being. I don't have to feel the need to compete with people because they're able-bodied and I'm not. I took myself to the internet because the internet was the place where I felt as if I had the resources I need to belong and create something for myself. From then on, I was able to be like, oh, this is me, okay, I found me, let's build it. We're on our way to the photo shoot downtown. The concept is more so like maturity and coming of age and growing up. It's gonna be super exciting and beautiful. We've casted some really beautiful friends and models. It can be really hard to find accessible studios in the city. Honestly, anywhere, it kind of depends. You just have to be really mindful of where you're searching at and make sure they have the access. Good morning, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. This is it. This is really it.
With Taylor the Stylist, we talk about like 70s, 60s vibe or retro.
I got signed by my agency, Elite Model Management, New York City, because they saw my visions for the industry and how I want to do things, and the way I want to do things will benefit the culture more than anything. I'm here with my agent, Richie Keel from Elite Model Management, New York City. Why do you think there aren't more opportunities for disabled people in the fashion industry?
You know, being physically disabled, there's limitations. I think people get scared of those limitations. And I think they like to choose the easy way out. And I think that's the simple answer. And it's gonna take someone who isn't scared of those challenges.
It's really nice. We have like a whole big group of friends just downstairs having fun and getting able to be in a professional environment and finally be seen for the talent that we have.
Victoria's Secret just said that trans people aren't a fantasy. So I want her to walk for Victoria's Secret, do some real fuck you shit.
People see labels and just degrade us down to that one term, and they need to understand our stories, our voices, our opinions.
Things are slowly progressing and changing within the fashion industry for sure. People generally want to support people and see themselves. High fashion is so restricted to only one type of body, and we're kind of destroying that narrative right now because I have all my bad bitches posted up with me, like, period. We are going to my sexy birthday party, yes. I just feel gratitude to even be alive another year, and I feel gratitude to be older and experience more things. There's no limits for me. I try to stress myself out as much as possible and play and experiment and have fun with no limits.
When you see people like her achieving these things, creating these spaces, you want to be there and you want to be a part of it because it's where you know you belong.
It's just validating as a queer person to see someone being accepted and knocking all those social norms down.
Know what you want and go for it completely. Once you know what you want and you set your sights on it and you know who you are and you know your worth and you know your passion, nothing will stop you.